So did you walk away or did you drive away?
He drove away, Judge.
Your vehicle was operable? The other one was not?
Right. She was a pedestrian, Your Honor.
Oh, she was pedestrian.
Court Uncut, what the people want.
21-38693 is now called the state of Texas versus Zachary Ryan Highlander. That is you. With your attorney, Mr. Burbank, and the state's attorney. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this indictment and arraignment here? Can we proceed in summary?
He does, and you may, Your Honor.
In summary, sir, this indictment handed up on November 3rd of 2021. I was just a young boy then.
I vaguely remember those days.
Vaguely remember this.
Mr. Ham didn't have gray hair around his face, Judge.
Something we can say for all of us, I guess. In summary, this indictment alleges that on or about September 26th, 2021 in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the second-degree felony of accident involving an injury or death. In other words, intentionally and knowingly driving a vehicle, namely a Dodge automobile, that was involved in an accident resulting in the death of the victim, who was referred to as the complainant in the indictment, and you intentionally and knowingly left the scene of the accident, knowing that the accident had occurred without first giving name and address and vehicle registration number of the vehicle you were driving and the name of your liability insured to any person, and without providing reasonable assistance or aid to the complainant who was injured in the accident, including transporting and making arrangements for transporting the complainant to a physician and hospital for medical treatment when it was apparent that the complainant was in need of medical treatment. You understand what you're charged with here?
Sir.
And this is found under Article 550.021 and 550.023 of the Texas Transportation Code. There's my probable cause affidavit. So did you walk away or did you drive away?
He drove away, Judge.
Your vehicle was operable? The other one was not?
Right. She was a pedestrian, Your Honor.
Oh, she was pedestrian. This is a second-degree felony. This pad is dysfunctional. I'm trying to make it work.
They probably cut their jobs on Elon, Your Honor.
Well, second-degree felony, this is what this case is. That means you face a term of not more than 20 years or less than 2 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand? An agreement has been reached in your case. You would be pleading guilty, sentenced to 8 years in prison. 2 cases will be dismissed. And credit for
Anytime served.
time served
As allowed.
as allowed by law.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The only thing, time did not. No. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
And 2 cases will be dismissed. If I follow this agreement, sir, you have no right of appeal of your case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And the state on this one, Mr. Ham,
Yes, sir.
there was a fatality. This.
That's correct, Judge.
The family, I guess, is.
Yes, sir. I've got their approval for this before the offer was conveyed to the defendant.
How do you plead to this indictment charging you with the second-degree felony of accident involving death? of a pedestrian, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily, that is on your own free will and because you are guilty? I show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that document voluntarily? Did you understand it, discuss it with your attorney, or the contents true and correct? State's Exhibit 1 tendered and tabbed.
No objection.
Without objection admitted. This states that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. It's freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been read to you. You've read it. You were guilty of the crime charged and any lesser included offenses. You were giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. You were totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All true, so help you God.
So
State's Exhibit 1, part of the record for all purposes. Pre-sentence report is waived.
we asked me when.
All right. I am going to follow this agreement, nothing further. I'm going to find, sir, you are pleading guilty today voluntarily. You are mentally competent to do so. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable of this offense. I am following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 8 years. There will be other terms and conditions of probation. Which-
No,
I'm sorry.
I would love it.
I'm sorry.
My heart just stopped.
I shouldn't have turned the next page to look at what was on the next page. It threw me off. The only other thing is.
The wording's not there for that, Judge. And even though
I'm talking about an affirmative finding.
I know. And the state did not give notice to support that, and I don't believe that the language is there.
Yeah.
And this is one of those that requires affirmative action on my part to seek that, Judge, and I haven't done it, so I'm not going to do it at this stage.
Anything else on this? 8 years imprisonment is the assessment of the sentence in this case. There will be 2 other cases that you're charged with that will be dismissed as part of this agreement. Anything else?
No, you're not.
Thank you, Judge.
Maybe excuse me.
Yes.
Good luck. Thank you.
Excuse Mr. Jones.
Hold on, hold
Supporting it.
Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss crazy courtroom moments like this one.